Good evening, guys. So, little stream for you this evening, just to show you a few updates of what I've been working on the last few days. Excuse me. So, as we come through the entrance, you will notice things have changed quite a bit. So, we've changed the main street. It's not something I've built, but I have put together. It's the main street that's available on the workshop. But I've chopped and changed it around and made it look like a nice main street. So I'm going to add a few more bits of details and add a few more shops and stuff, because I've only got a few in there. I need to finish them off, but it just gives it a better feel than the other one did. So yeah, there we go. Hey Mouthy, how are you? You good? So just a few updates. Basically, we got this. We put a main street in now. We had one before, but this one kind of feels a little bit more. Hey, Phantom Dude, how are you? Been a while. My apologies, guys. Life, eh? But yeah, we've borrowed this blueprint, chopped it and changed it around a bit. I'm going to add more to it, just to give it that little bit more of a vibe. But that suits it perfectly now. It's got the vibe I wanted it to have now, where previously it didn't really have it. So yeah, that's that. And then for your eagle-eyed viewers, you'll see a coaster just up the top here. So basically now, as we come into the Adventureland, you'll see a coaster kind of just pop over the top there and go with the tree line. Cheers, Mouth. That's appreciated, mate. There you go. And you also get one rock around there as well, just slowly. But there's going to be a little building that will just pop up the top there behind the slow-moving one. Hey, Mike. How's your day, dude? Cheers, Phantom. It's good to be back, mate. It's just having the time and scheduling around everything else that goes on in life. But basically now this is how the pirate area is going to look. So this will kind of be hidden behind the tree line. I'm not going to open that up, so it's still going to be the same. So we'll just have some sort of sign just here. And then you'll have a raised up rocky area as you go up to the station. And then we just got to build something around all this. So it's a bit of a strange coaster. Some people may not like it, some might. I don't know. I'll give you a quick POV, just to show you what it's like, guys. Oh, that's spot on. You see, now I'm thinking with this just kind of pure tropical shipwreck. Bit of water here, bit of water there, and so forth. So yeah, it's been a lovely long weekend, 4 days off, and it's a shame we're going back to work tomorrow for me. But this will be like a slow area. I might have a waterfall here, I don't know. You can see the kind of top hat E style as this coaster goes up there. Pretty cool little interaction. So then we might have all that inside, I don't know yet, we'll see what happens. 2 seconds, Malf, I'll show you around the park, mate, no worries. And this bit is purposefully slow because you get that interaction, but also it kind of is going to go around like a turrety building, I guess. And this bit kind of doesn't make sense. I just kind of did it. It'll work once it's themed, guys, as always. So, Mouth, yeah, welcome to the channel, dude, and also welcome to the park. So, basically, we have a theme park that is not modelled, not designed, just inspired by the Magic Kingdom in Florida at Walt Disney World. So, this was kind of how I literally built this front area and the car park, and then kind of sat there and procrastinated for about a week and a half, and then made the original main street, then did the castle area, and then branched off and did the adventure area, and then into the sci-fi, and then everything else has just kind of been slotted in as we go. But basically, this is the entrance area. So as you come in, you've got Main Street, and it looks just as good at night time. And then as we come around here, I'm not going to spend too long doing this, guys, because I seem to be doing this at the start of every stream. But yeah, we got Futureland, and as we come in, works really well. And then at night time, just to show you, pretty funky. So yeah, I haven't got any of the rides going at the moment. Just try and make the stream run the best it can for you guys. But yeah, you got the central reservation area here, where you've got the launch pad flyers up the top there, which are called launch pad. You do have the people mover going all the way around the outside and into Space Mountain. We then have a ride called Gravity, where basically feels like you're spinning through space. It's a pretty cool kind of feeling. Then as we come around, we then have the go-karts, which are very reminiscent of the real thing in respect of how they look. But basically, yep, there you go. So I'll just flip this back into daytime for you. So yeah, and then you got the gift shop, which is there in real life. Then you have the Starlight Cafe, and the castle is pretty much in the same position as it is as well. Few differences on this, basically. Again, like I say, nothing like the real thing, just inspired. But it's a similar track layout. It does go around here underneath the bridge, back over the bridge and around. One bit I like is the actual look of the facade and everything, along with the these are very similar to real life as well, the actual queue lines. So it works really well. You get some great views. But then again, we have the train coming through here, which is much lower, and it goes around it in real life. So again, you got little bits, but I kind of want to fill the space that I'm using. So yeah, then we have fully kitted out cafe with seating and so forth. Looks great at night time. Got old sunny eclipse there. Fully kitted out teacups just here, which then leads off to the right, one side of Fantasyland, and off to the left, the other side of Fantasyland. So we'll just head round to the side here first, just to show you. We have a little mini dragon kiddie coaster just here. There's a view I particularly love, and that is this one. I think I've just nailed the way I wanted that to look. So again, we're going to make this look similar. But it all works. Then we've got two dueling coasters here, dueling dragons, which looks great. Again, not Disney. But and then we have the swinging mine train. I always want to say Runaway mine train. But then we have a Belle and Beast restaurant just here, which has turned into a restaurant in the end. So it's just a big waiting foyer. Designed my own curtains out of the Western flag detail. And then at night time it looks pretty cool, but it's kind of a waiting area for the restaurant. And then if we just hop back down to the other side of Fantasyland, where you'd have Winnie the Pooh's ride, we have the musical chairs, I've called it, which is basically just the Swift Drifters. So nothing major, but they all look really nice. You get some great views through Fantasyland just here. And again, instead of having 2 tracked rides just here, I've put 2 flat rides in. So we just got a level flying, level spinning flyer. And a rocktopus, which does go up and down and doesn't glitch, which is cool. We've got a couple of nice kitted out fantasy-esque buildings just here, which we have a full speed build of this one available on the channel. And then one thing I love is the Haunted Mansion, which is a full in the dark underground ride. Again, looks brilliant. And again, I did a full speed build of this outer area. So this whole area here is available on speed build for you guys. Then you come out of Fantasyland into Frontierland, and it's kind of a mix as the scenery goes through for you. And then you see just a little bit of the cityscape just up the top there. I don't want to put too many trees up just to kind of cover it. I think it looks alright being just seen. But you get some great views of Thunder Mountain going around here as well. And these are all built by hand, these buildings. The saloon, hotel, atmosphere, music, shop area, rest area, toilets, ATM, staff area just up the back there. And then you got Big Thunder itself, which is a work in progress, guys. So then we have a shot tower just in the middle here, which is going to be an extended kind of mine shaft look to it. Again with the train station and a little boat station just to go around the lake. And then if we hot foot it back, we then come into the city area, which is just one ride. It's a Crazy Mouse ride that goes in and out of all these amazing looking buildings. And it's getting there. I have done quite a bit of work for the eagle-eyed viewers and the guys that watch a lot. This has been added, so this whole upper section. And the reason being is we have started work on the interior now. So as we come in here, they actually come down here, and it looks pretty neat. I've just got to tidy up these blocks here basically, and trim up all the way around here. But it does look pretty cool. So we do have a domed roof in here, and the cars just spin around, quite cool. For those that weren't here on the last stream, I've kitted all this out now with plaster, so that's all now sealed. So we are getting there with that. Then we come around into the pirate area. Obviously you guys have just seen that. But once, here you go, look, it looks so cool coming around here. Just popping over the top, behind the building, upside down over the building. Just looking so good. So that adds just another level. Plus it adds another ride to the park, which was needed. Then you come into, the pirate area and Adventureland. Adventureland just consists of a top spin, which is yet to be finished, and a river rapids, which is 98% finished. Which does look pretty cool. So yeah. That's the park, guys. There you go. A quick overview. So the big changes, which as you can see I'm still yet to fully finish off, is the Main Street area. That now is a lot more detailed, a lot more Disney-esque, I say. Nice thing is it's less pieces than the other one, which is nice. So toilet area, again, I just got to trim everything up, tidy everything up, sort it all out, because it's kind of just facades that I've downloaded. So I've got to add things in. I've done some shops just here, so we've got water and ice cream, I think it is. And then we got a milkshake, and that's fantastic. So yeah, it's getting there. And then just to give you a quick whiz round at night time, because the whole park is a nighttime park as well. And the castle changes colours every 10-15 seconds, which looks pretty neat. If you've ever been to a Disney park, that's pretty cool. So you can see how that street vibe feels so much better than the last one, doesn't it, guys? It really does. It's just got, I think it's the little fairy lights. And the other thing was I just didn't like the bigness of all the pieces on the other one. I like the intricate details, and this is just a nice. It's got those levels. It's got the shadowing. It's just got different colours, different materials. It just works. So yeah, so just quick overview then at night time. The city area looks pretty good at night time. This really is starting to pop now. Just feels like a dark, dingy kind of city-esque street with a couple of alleyways, lights flickering, which looks cool, and then another alleyway just there. I just love the way this looks, especially when it's working. They pop out in and out across the street, all over the place, in and out the doors here, up the top there. So yeah, it's cool little bit of kit. Pirate area is slightly lit. It's not really done actually at the moment. We're still working on that one. Then this is all pretty much ready to go light-wise, including the ride. So that looks pretty nice. That I love the look of this. That's pretty much all lit apart from the entrance area. I think I just got to do that bit. The fantasy area looks absolutely insanely beautiful. And the way that castle just changes colour, it just... I sit here sometimes for 10-15 minutes at a time, just watching that. And when I have people in, just watching the changes, the way things are going around, it just looks amazing. I love it. Then you've got that spooky vibe from here, and there's a beautiful position I love of this, which is just there. I think that is a great picture, a great view, picture, whatever you want to call it. But then Big Thunder, I haven't done any huge lighting on this yet, but that's how it's going to look when I eventually get there. So the rocks are going to be lit up. I'm going to try not to get as much as I can of the train, so it doesn't kind of glow as it goes around. But the western area per se is pretty much lit along the main strip. And all through here. So yeah, it's there you go, guys. So yeah, there's not much. I mean, there is a lot to change. I mean, there is a lot of changes. There's this, which I think personally, I know I didn't do that, but I put it together, and I'm going to add bits to it, and I've had to change quite a few bits because they had loads of overlapping. So again, I've put quite a bit of time into it. Oh, there is one other update. Inside the castle, I've done the lighting. So I've just added some purple light, and it's just lifted it, totally lifted it completely. Hey Peter, how are you? And then again from this angle, just having these little bits of light on, just totally transform the look of it, totally. And again, it's the views. This is gorgeous. Well, Michael, there is a reason that it's running so well now. I did do a bit of an upgrade the other week with a new graphics card, but I'm not going to say what it is. But Mike, you're bang on. Feels like Disney. That's the vibe I wanted to create. I wanted to get that vibe in. I mean, around here at night time, you stand here, you just feel like you're next to Stitch's Great Escape and Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blasters, you know, which this is similar. You know, we're nearly there, guys. We're not a million miles away from finishing. It's just getting it all done. You know? It's that kind of hurdle where you're just like, bleh. But yeah, there we go, guys. So there's the updates. Not sure if you guys saw it last time, but just put some ambient lighting down here, which, excuse me, I've also put in the center here of the castle just to light it up a little bit. What else have I done? Worst thing is you kind of sit there and you think, I've kind of done loads, but it's just not noticeable. You know what I mean? You'll see this is all now filled in. So basically, oh yeah, there's two other things I did do. I've started work on the library area to the dark ride, to the haunted ride, so fingers crossed. So two things I did change, one on each coaster. I actually added a couple of elements into the coasters just so they last a little bit longer. So what I've done here is kind of sideways helix on the invert, and it goes around there absolutely perfectly, and it kind of feels as though you're going straight into that, which is perfect. And then on the flying one, I've done the same, but just going down basically, just because of the way the coaster originally comes off the fly of the rollover just there. It's a very good graphics card, but it's not an Nvidia one. So I didn't spend what you think I may have spent. But here's the funny thing. Here's the real funny thing. So if you guys know Pixel Wes, Pixel Continents was his last park. I loaded that up the other day, and believe it or not, even with the new setup, it was exactly the same as the old graphics card, and I could not fathom out why. So this game is purely down to how you build. Now, the one thing I've done is, again, I've not used the entirety of the map. Now, Pixel in his last build literally used corner to corner to corner. And the amount of rides he had in there, I sat there, and the only logical thing I could come up with, because the funny thing was his overall piece count was only 75,000 pieces for that park. So I was scratching my head thinking, crikey, I've just got this new upgrade, what's going on? And it is purely down to the way this game runs. So if you build a certain way, in a certain pattern, the game works right. If you don't, if you put, 30,000 pieces just in this little bit and then have 1,000 covering there and then the same here and the same here, it's just going to lock up continuously. So you do have to spread your items out. You do have to. One thing you've noticed in this park, I've got this little coaster here. I haven't got anything in the center. All around the outside is the big stuff. So basically, I'm not sure if it's called anti-analyzing or not. I'm not sure. You know where it changes the level of graphics? You see where the trees pop in here and pop out? So when I'm on this coaster, all that back section is in lower graphics. So it's not having to run so hard. You know what I mean? So even though the entrance isn't that far away from here and there and so forth, the actual coaster and the actual ride is far enough out. So like with Big Thunder, I'm up to 31 frames a second over here. I go to here though and I'm down to 19 because it's bringing a lot more detail in. So it's really down to how you distribute your park, guys, is the key to Planet Coaster. But yeah, I guess you guys want to watch some building. And to be honest with you, I'm just going to do some boring building. So if you guys want to chat away, ask questions, anything like that, please do. Because I'm just going to sort this pile of poop out. Just wondering how I can do it. Right then, that looks a lot better. Happy with that now. So that's this side done and this side done. So now we just got to copy some of this detail around here. Oh, come on. What? Right. Do it the hard way. What am I doing? Right, do you know what that'll do? That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Hey, Don. It is a great spotlight. Kinda blown away myself with that spotlight. Hey Dan, how are you? Enjoy the Hobbit. That'll do. I don't know, that definitely looks much better as a main street. Much better. Especially at night time. The only thing I'm not too sure about is this here. What he's done here. I'd rather keep that like that, I think. That works so well. So yeah, it's coming along, guys. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this coaster is going to stay the way it's going to stay, and the theming's going to make it feel a lot better once you kind of get on it and go round. So this element here, just this kind of little bit of a weightless kind of transition just here, that'll be rocked up, so you may get a glimpse of the coaster just shooting through as you go through the treasure area for the boat ride. So we'll see. And then I may have this just kind of come in on a rough rock area and have holes in the wall here so these guys can look down. I'm not sure, I may do. We'll see. I might lower the queue a bit earlier and have them come under. I'm not sure. We'll see. Make it a little bit easier kind of theming that up then. So they're kind of going to be incorporated together as of just here. So there'll be a cave that it comes down in. Pop out through here. And then however I'm going to do this really. A lot of woodwork, I reckon. We'll see. But it works well. It's out of the way. It's not spoiling any views. It's kind of adding to the views, especially here when it's, as you can see there. Look at that. It's perfect. So yeah. Should we see how many people we can get in the park, guys? How about that? Let me just save it. Remember the triple save, guys. Never lose a file then. If it works. Computer overload. So for Michael, if you're still watching, I've got a 6950 XT, my friend. And when people say graphics cards do not make a difference to Planet Coaster, they do. A lot. And the sim racing totally transformed my game. Totally transformed. So just in case some of you are wondering why I save 3 times, just because over the years I've had a few fail saves. So anything I'm working on at the time, the saving, no matter what you do, is always slow. Don't know why. I mean, I've got an M.2 solid state drive, and you save a photo, blink of an eye, it's done. You save a video, blink of an eye, it's done. You save Planko, you saw it. So, right then, let's do this then. We'll open all the rides, and we'll open the gates up, guys. Taking bets now. What do we reckon on the amount of people that will arrive in the park? Taking bets now, guys. Taking bets. So what are we reckoning, guys? I'm going to open the park now. Fully open. Uncap. Let's see how many we get, guys, when I press play. I think 20 may be a little bit high. I think 20k is a little bit high, Dan. I reckon, knowing the game so well, probably about 12 and a half, I think, roughly. I'm just trying to think what it was the last time I opened. I can't quite remember, but I reckon it'll be, I'm going to go 11 and a half. Here we go. So a few quick things. I haven't sorted out the barriers yet underground here, so they are going to walk through these pillars, so I've still got to do that. Same on the other side. I've got a feeling there's barriers underground here. No, there's not. Thought there was. Yeah, frame rate's dropped a bit, guys. So we're at 2,000 so far. I love how this queue line looks. That looks wicked. Still taking bets, guys. $15 on Don. I don't know if my computer would take 15,000. I was trying to mess around with Reshade the other day, and it's amazing how much it affects the performance of your computer. But also, I could not get the fog to work. Couldn't get the fog to work. Even without the ambient occlusion on and multi-sampling, etc. I just could not get it to work. But it makes a big difference if you uninstall it. What are your guys' thoughts on the old American flag there? That's kind of what they have there, but I'm just not sure. Not sure on it. You know what I mean? I love the way they sit on this ledge. So we're up to 4250 now, guys. Doesn't even look busy. Problem is, I don't think you can you? I think the UK ones, yeah, it's pirate looking. It's a little bit stuck. Unless... No, you see, you can't do anything apart from put Planet Coaster on it, I think. So Phantom's going 10k. Cool. Hey, no Joja. Pleasure. Thank you for joining the stream. This is similar to Magic Kingdom. You just literally missed a full tour. We're just doing a full open for the first time in a long time. See how many guests we can get in the park. But yeah, welcome. Don't do custom media, Dan. Wrecks the game. $10 guests, 10k. So we're at 6,000 now, guys. Down to 10 frames a second in fast forward. I love how spread out they are. They're just everywhere. You know what I mean? Instead of just going to one particular ride like they always do. It's modelled. It's not modelled on anything really. It's just modelled on memory of Cinderella Castle in Florida, along with the Tomorrowland area, the go-karts, the Fantasyland area. Similar with the Haunted Mansion. And then into a western area, which has a Thunder Mountain of Paris on the central island. And Orlando, Florida over there. Then you come into what would be Liberty Square in Magic Kingdom. And I've just put in kind of like a MGM Studio Street feel. Universal, possibly. Then you come into... Let me just turn the fast forward off a minute, guys. A bit smoother for me. Then you come into a pirate area. Which this particular building here... If you were to go on Google Street Maps and look from this point here to this point here, this whole area is pretty much identical to the real thing. And then we have an Adventureland, which is more of just kind of like a destruction, archaeological dig, kind of two-bodied snake emperor-looking rapids ride called the River Rapids, the Jungle River Rapids. There you go. Let's do the Jungle River Cruise. So again, you got the snake's head with the two bodies. So it's just a simple design that works quite well. Where are we now? Up to 7.25, guys. FPS has definitely dropped. Da, 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 da. Cool, man. Not a game I'm into, but I hear Minecraft's quite good fun. Look how cool this looks now that people are on here. It's so good. We are struggling a bit on the frames, mainly because I'm streaming. We're getting about 13. So we're at 7,700 so far. Let's keep it going. They're still pouring in. They're still pouring in, guys. They're still pouring in. Look at that. And they're going home. Fed up of waiting for a queue, probably. So yeah, the other cool thing about letting a load of people in, you see where they glitch. So I'm going to have to put some barriers down here and through these pillars. And hopefully they'll walk in between the pillars, which will look quite nice. But yeah, I need to put some walking a bit straight down here. But then who's going to let however many guests we can get in? So you reckon 12k. Don's revised with 12k. 12k comes in at last minute. Cheers, dude. Thank you for joining. Much appreciated. Glad you enjoyed the park. What's this? Amazing when you just tinker with things, what appears. It's amazing. Oh yeah, that's cool now. That main street's looking good. Looking good with a few thousand people in there as well. It's at 8,665 now, guys. Yeah, but Dan, the queues are actually full on most of the rides, if you know what I mean. There you go. The one they do turn away from is the Haunted Mansion, because that is quite a long queue. The amount of people that turn away from that. It is there, and that's probably about an hour. Probably. People Eater is the Thunder Mountain. That eats quite a few people quite quickly. Small queue on this one, so they're going to be coming in and out of that saying it's too busy. It's quite a big queue on this one. This one's empty. So again, you know what the game is like. What I mean, oh, Don, what I mean is, let me just pause it a sec. I'll go scenery. And use the old tensor barrier. Use a small one, for instance. And if I put this in the middle of that, just drop it underground. What it then does is stops them walking through that particular pillar. And I just got to play with the paving underneath to sort it out, because if there's path here, they would walk through. So yeah, just got to have a little play. And that's all I mean by it. What it does, it just stops them. I think, according to Wix and a few other people, I think the curb apparently does it as well. You can just kind of use it as a strip instead, or put it underground. Basically what it does, it creates an invisible barrier all the way to infinity below, infinity above. So no matter where you leave that, if you try and put a path over the top, they still won't go through it. So sometimes you have to be careful if you're building on top of each other. Totally lost where we are. So yeah, where are we then? We are at 10,100. So I said 11.5. Dom said 12. Phantom said 10. So Phantom, you're winning at the minute, dude. There's no prize, just sportsman. I've got a feeling that they're still pouring in. And we're at 10,400 nearly. PC's doing good. Graphics card is only utilised by 30%. CPU is at 67%. Memory 11.2. So, not actually doing too bad. Frame rate, on the other hand, is shocking. Saying 8, but we are in fast forward. So that's nearly up to 11,000 people now. I've got a feeling my computer's going to go bang. Purely because it just can't, the game cannot handle all this and all these people. It just can't do it. So 11,000 now. They're still pouring in. Okay, we're in play mode and we're getting 12 frames a second, so it's a bit laggy. But look at that, people. How good it looks. Feels like you're actually in the Magic Kingdom. Yeah, now the game engine on this is just shit. It really is. I mean, my computer's barely being used. So 11.5 just passed, about to. That's me out of the picture. $11,750. Yeah, but even so, in zoo, when you have like over 100 animals and about 2,000 guests, it still plays up. And I haven't got all the DLCs. They're still pouring in, guys. Past the 12 now, guys. Blimey. And I've just put one taxi in here just to see how it looks. Because, believe it or not, there's quite a few pieces. It's 1, 5, 6, 7, 7 pieces in total. So if you do that 10, that's 70. It adds up by the time you start filling this up with cars. So well, if they don't change the game engine, then there's no point of buying Planet Coaster 2. You may as well just stick with the first one, because, or wait for it to be $5.99 in the sale, because if it's the same engine as this, there's no point in playing that game. So 12,250 now. We're pretty much full everywhere. 12,286. Have they stopped? No, they're still coming in. There we go, guys. So 12,300 people in the park. And that's how busy it looks. So yeah, it's killing the frame rate. Let's put it that way. Still looks good, but killing the frame rate. 12 frames a second. So yeah, it's a bit of a killer, the old peeps. Normally we're about 30 frames a second just here. We're down to 13. So I'm just waiting for this to come through the loop, because you got the new sideways element just here. I actually made this. This isn't a pre-made piece either, so it's really smooth going around there. It's nice. Just makes you feel as you're going to hit that turret. Hey Matt, how you doing, dude? Just to fill you in, we have filled the park up. Park is full. We are at 12,326 guests. And enjoying a lovely 12 frames a second. So yeah, we won't be riding any rides, but it does look like a typical day in the Magic Kingdom in Florida. Rammed. I mean, look at this. wonder where the cars are. There's no cars going around. Oh, here they are. So yeah, it's a bit laggy. Let's just put it that way. So what we'll do, we'll pause it up and we'll do a mass evac and have a laugh, I reckon. See what happens. We'll get some frames back so we can do some building. So it's a really cool thing. If you turn everything off at the same time, they literally all leave the rides. And then that's where you see where they're glitching, if they're not. You know what I mean? So yeah, 12,337. Yeah, a bit laggy. So you win. Don wins. Closest. I was slightly under. Ah, oh, there you go, guys. Mass evac. I'm 100% feeling 100% better with that main street though. It suits the park a lot better than the other one did. Works really, really well. Wow, that's busy. I tell you what's amazing though, Mike, you think that this is running well with this graphics card. When I load up Thunderland, it's a totally different park. It's insane. And considering I've got 100,000 pieces in that, it runs amazingly well. That is insane. Look at all these people. Bit of a bottleneck there, guys. Just a little one. Wouldn't be great if there was a fire. That's not too bad. Pretty much Magic Kingdom at night. When everyone's leaving to get on the monorail. Or cram on the boat. Starting to fill up a bit now. Yeah. Trying to get across the bridge. That is insane. It looks so good though. Love it. Family channel, Phantom. Family channel. So yeah, just with those little peeps there, I was at 18 frames a second with all those peeps there. It's jumped up to 25 now. So we're back to normality. So yeah, there we go, guys. Hope you enjoyed that little fill up of the park. I did. I know what I've got to do along here, so I've just got to figure out the shops and so forth, and sort out the paving. Once that's all sorted, we're all good to go. Gotta obviously start theming some pirate theming soon. Gonna have to. Gotta get Big Thunder finished. Gotta get the Dark Ride finished. So what I'll do, guys, is I'll leave you with a POV of the Dark Ride, if that's alright with you. Just to show the guys. Still working on the lighting in here, guys. So and the scenery. So it's not done yet, but it's getting there. So I give it that spooky vibe. So I've got books and stuff flying around in here. Whatever moves around, I'll have basically. Put some in the shelving units where the lights are as well, just to give it that little pop. But yeah, the chair moves on this. I think what I am going to do with this, subject to frame rate, etc., is put speakers all around. So you have different music in each area, just so that it's kind of like... because I tried putting speakers in with that piano, like you have in the queue line. But the problem was there was too much going on at one time. I've got to sort out this track, it's all over the place. It's just constantly spinning you around. And then you got the lovely hallway, which eventually is coming. Which fireplace is now lit. And I've put some flickering lights behind to give the effect of like the fireplace flickering, which works quite well. Still done nothing with these corridors. Just gives it a cool vibe. I may need to have one of those candles flickering, or both of them. I mean, it's just like having the rocking chair. It just gives it that vibe, you know. So there we are, guys. There is another recap for you of what's been happening in Funderland Magic Kingdom. If you guys have got any questions, want to have a look at anything, please do say now, because I am going to bed very soon, as I've got to be up for work in the morning. So yeah, as always, guys, thank you for joining the stream. It's always appreciated. Your time is always valued. And to all the new subscribers, thank you very much for joining the channel. It's very much appreciated. Showcasing my work more than anything. You guys do have an input on the park. If something doesn't look right, I do take note from you guys. Suggestions, all sorts really. We try things out every now and then. Or if you guys want to know how things are done, I'll explain how they're done. And so forth. So yeah, but no, if you want to see more of the park come to life, please do smash that subscribe button. Make sure your notifications are on, because every time I eventually do go live, you'll get a notification, guys. You come and join the phone, join the chat, and catch up with us live whilst we build. Been doing a lot more off stream recently, purely because I've just been wanting to play it off stream more than anything, really, guys. Wanted to see how this looked before I did it and showed it to you. And also, I mean, this coaster is what this coaster is. We'll see how it comes along. But that really does mean we got to start theming this water ride as well. Get all that sorted. So, no, it's lovely to see you all again, guys. It genuinely is. Sorry I haven't been on so much. I just haven't been feeling it. So, as per the updates in the community area. But no, thank you for your support, guys. As always, it is genuinely appreciated. Smash a like on this video if you've enjoyed it and you're enjoying the park so far. And to all the guys that are watching and are not subscribers, if you want to see this park come to life more, please do smash that sub, and we'll see where it goes in the future. Thank you again, guys. Happy coastering all, and I'll speak to you all very soon.